Just sitting here trying to figure out which one I stomach better, Roll Tide or the Ohio State. But at least the Ohio State reminds me of that commercial. The Columbia, where they keep running through the long list of names.
Oh, God.
That's pretty funny. I like that. Hey, it's now time for us to take a look at some of the action that's going to be taking place on Friday, because it is playoff action just about 48 hours away. And then we'll tell you about our pull-apart peak performers as well. So let's go ahead and start, Mo. Gallatin at Independence.
Gallatin, the number 4 seed, coming out of Region 6-5A. Lost a tough one this past weekend over at Cane Ridge. They go to Independence. Gallatin 6-4. Indy's undefeated. We talked to Scott Blade a few weeks ago. We also talked to Mark Williams. But the big thing for Gallatin is they don't know if Jordan Mason's going to be available. He injured an ankle in that Cane Ridge game, so only managed 13 carries for 23 yards in that game. So could make a big difference in how that game goes.
Does that make them more pedestrian, more predictable if Jordan Mason's not able to go? We know exactly what he's meant to that
Actually, I
program.
think it makes them less predictable because you don't know where they're going to go. I think Jalen Porter is their number 2 back, but may put it in the quarterback's hand a little bit more.
I know that's right. How about Harpeth at Good Pasture? Tell us about that one.
You know, we talked to Chris Hughes a little bit ago, and he talked about Harpeth. They go in 8-2. Good Pasture's 8-2. Couple of real good ball clubs there. Harpeth is the number 3 seed out of 6-3A. Good Pasture finished runner-up in 5. Walker Weatherly, he talked about him, threw for 197 yards and a touchdown in that Fairview game. Good Pasture's got a double-barrel situation with the running back Jermaine Mason and their quarterback Dylan Brooks. Could be some points scored in that one.
JP2 had a sneaky win last week. They actually host Baylor. What do you think about that one?
Interesting in that they've already played Baylor once and beat them 21-19 a few weeks ago. This Baylor team was 5-1 at one point. Their only loss had been to Brentwood Academy. They lost 3 in a row to McCallie, JP2, and MBA. So not sure which Baylor team we're going to be getting here.
I know that's right. Hey, before we slip off into our pull-apart peak performers, let's take a look real quick at the class rankings in and around the mid-state area. Of course, top 6A, Maryville sits there at number 1. Oakland comes in at number 2. Any surprises for you there, Mo?
No, not really.
Yeah, Wilson Central, number 10. We just got to talk about the Wildcats.
Big win for them. It's flipped them back in there. And, you know, Mount Juliet and Franklin in there at 4 and 6. So 3 teams out of that region in the top 10. That's pretty competitive stuff over there.
Number 1 atop the 5A rankings right now. We're talking about Independence getting ready to take on Gallatin. Mark Williams' boys come down there. Will they be able to retain their number 1 ranking, you think, after this week?
Well, this is the last ranking of the year. They don't.
Well, it doesn't matter anyway.
They all prove it on the field from here.
Yep. Cane Ridge actually number 2. Centennial, of course, in Williamstown, they're coming in number 3. How about 4A? Steve Matthews' boys, Knoxville Catholic. They are immovable right there at the number 1 spot.
They really are. And again, Procon at number 3, Marshall County at number 5.
Yeah, that's nice. How about Alcoa sitting in the top 3A? Stratford at number 3. Liberty Magnet at number 5. 3A representing.
Yep. Liberty lost to Procon earlier this year, but other than that, they've had a nice season there. And Fairview at 7.
Surprised the undefeated Fairview Yellow Jackets are that low at number 7. But either way, moving right along. Class 2A right now. Who do you see? Watertown number 4 slipping in there, finishing out in Waverly at number 7.
Jackson County with a big win last weekend against Forest. Forest trying to finish up an undefeated season, lost 20-14. We're going to talk more about that in a second. But Jackson County breaks in at number 10.
In the Class 1A region there, we talked about a couple of backs from Columbia Academy last week. How do you see them sitting to finishing up the season at number 4? What's the playoffs look like for them?
They've got a good shot to make a run, I think, with Logan Neal and Trey Davidson down there.
That's right. MUS atop the Division II AA rankings. Brentwood Academy coming in at number 2. Ensworth, how about that? NBA and Ensworth at 4 and 5, respectively.
Ensworth keeps moving up.
I know that's right. Hey, looking at our pull-apart peak performers, tell us a little bit about Ravenwood defensive end Taj Williams. You spoke about him before in the program.
We have.
What did he do this last weekend?
Well, he had a 97-yard scoop and score for a touchdown in Ravenwood.
I'm sorry, did you say defensive end for 97 yards?
97 yards.
Because its ears sometimes they don't work, but obviously they did on that one.
Yeah, 97 to the house.
To the house.
As
I was just about to say, it's like Rashad said, we wish that on him too.
Yeah.
How about Hillwood kicker? Now, we don't usually feature special teams, but Liam Doherty, what did he do?
Liam Doherty with a 44-yard field goal to win Hillwood's 24-21 game against Montgomery Central. Big region game over there for the Hilltoppers. He hit it with about 3.5 minutes left. Defense held on from there. Big boot for Mr. Doherty.
Literally big old boot.
No doubt.
How about Shelbyville running back Jamal Harden? How did he do?
22 carries, 268 yards, 5 touchdowns for Shelbyville in a 42-35 shootout victory over Franklin County.
Macon County running back Michael Turgeon.
Turgeon, I hope.
Turgeon?
We're going to go with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you said it.
31 carries, 352 yards, 5 touchdowns. Now, we talked about Seth Carlisle on a big night on here for Macon County a few weeks back. Michael Turgeon, a nice little change up for the Tigers over there. So they've got a couple of guys that you got to be concerned about as
Rounding
you get into the
out
playoffs.
our Pull Apart Peak Performers, Jackson County quarterback Tyler Bowling.
Tyler Bowling threw for 194 yards and 2 touchdowns, ran for 127 yards, and a 75-yard game winner in that 20-14 win over Forest.
Well, that's going to do it for our Pull Apart Peak Performers. Special thank you to our obviously sponsors, Price Point Furniture, and of course Xander Insurance. Countdown to Friday. Go out and watch some playoff football, and we'll see you same bat time, same bat channel next week.